Everyone, welcome back to MindBodyFood TV. My name is Viki. I'm so pleased that you're here. Really important topic today and some food for thought. Now, a lot of people, a lot of professionals, a lot of psychologists, counselors, scientists, you name it, have an opinion on why people get eating disorders. Now, I'm not going to speak for all of the known and recognized eating disorders at this time. I'm going to refer mostly to bulimia nervosa and binge eating disorder. Now, yes, there may be some psychological issues or emotional issues attached to our habits around food and eating and nourishment. And a lot of that has to do with our relationship with ourselves and how we transfer that into our relationship with food and our bodies. Now, that doesn't mean that that is the only reason or cause of why somebody gets an eating disorder. Here is something else to think about, which is backed up by a lot of research. And when you understand how the mind and body work together to give us the fuel, information, and energy that we need to function day to day, then this will make a lot of sense to you. Number one is the reason many people start to have binge urges and cravings and mood swings and energy dips and fatigue and digestive upsets is because they start a diet and they become very controlling and restrictive with that diet. Now, research shows that binges and the urge to crave come from this deprived state of malnourishment within the mind and body. Now you think about it. If you have started a diet at some stage in your life, and chances are that you absolutely have, and probably more than once, when you have restricted your intake of food, restricted your calories, when you have taken a lot of pleasure and enjoyment out of the food that you would normally find comfort, satisfaction, and pleasure in, then what's left? You're eating far less food, you've taken away the enjoyment and pleasure of it, and your body is feeling like it's not getting enough nutrients that it needs to be able to do the things that it needs to do. Several different biochemical changes happen in the body when we reduce our food intake, and this directly impacts our body's desire for more nourishment. So anytime you've gone on a diet, you've restricted your food intake, you've taken the pleasure and fun out of it, and you're not getting enough that your mind and body need, then of course you are going to want more. And that desire to have more often gets caught up in this cycle of mental programming that comes up alongside these urges to eat. Because it's the opposite of what we're trying to do, which is to get healthy, lose weight, feel better in our body, and like ourselves more. Now, one thing that I've always wished is that, particularly for teenagers, if they understood exactly what dieting and restricting certain foods will do, yet filling up on diet drinks and Snickers and Mars bars to curb those cravings throughout a long day of very little proper, decent food, I only wish that if they knew what they were doing was in the direct opposite direction of what they really are trying to do, that it's working against their bodies instead of with how their bodies work. I only wish that if they knew that, they would approach eating and nourishing themselves and getting healthy, maybe losing a bit of weight in a completely different mindset approach as well as actionable approach. So, I want you to think about how have you approached taking care of yourself, nourishing your mind and body, eating food, and how has your dieting efforts in the past started to increase your urges to binge, your urges to crave, and then your urges to get rid of that food by purging. There is no coincidence that these things go together. And it's another reason why, if we understand a little bit better about why we develop the urges to binge and purge, not just the psychological or emotional aspects of it, but also the physical and chemical aspects of what our bodies are really trying to do to keep us alive, then we can start to look at different ways to help ourselves recover from these very difficult and personal diseases. Some food for thought. I hope this has helped you in some way to start to look at your experience with your eating disorder a little bit differently, and to possibly look at it from a different perspective in moving forward and getting help. Thanks for watching. Please share this video, like us on YouTube, come and like us on the Facebook page and interact with us there. I'm pretty active there. Love to help you if I can. Take care. See you next time.